Hello and welcome back to Unreal. We're hitting very close to the end of the game, and today we'll be playing the last Unreal 227 map, DMRetrospective, in King of the Hill. Typical rules apply, 5 bots this time, because that's the recommended amount of players, apparently. And yeah, let's start it. Well, the lowest recommended player count. I don't think I want to have any more. So yeah, this was the first map made for Unreal 227, but apparently it was improved. Because I definitely remember it being somewhat different than what it is right now. Oh. How did that happen? Reaper! Oh no! We're all screwed! Yeah, if Reaper is here, we're dead. Pretty much. He's going to be the king of the hill forever. Actually, think about it, wasn't Reaper the name of the first bot made for Quake or something? Like Reaper bot? Wasn't it like that? Because I remember something that Unreal Epic Games hired the same person who created that bot to work for them in Unreal to make bots here. And I think that could be a reference to that, which is quite interesting. Anyway, yeah, let's go. Yeah, that's the Reaper. No! Yeah, that was obvious. And that was a spawn kill. Not very nice. So how are 8 players a recommended amount? Apocalypse, huh. Okay, so Apocalypse is not the Reaper. We have 2 Necros here. Or pre-Necros, I should say. Ah. Oh no! There's the Reaper. I'm screwed. No, not. Somehow. No. That was very close. Oh no! I just offed the Reaper. Quite fun going through that tunnel there. Oh no! Like really, how is this a recommended amount of players? That's way too many. There are people everywhere. There we go. No. Ooh, what? Oh! Reaper Ninja mean. God. How did I not get the weapon? Well, at least I got my King of the Hill nest back. Oh no. These things are like bandages, heals 5 points of damage. Wow, I did not even have the time to fire a single bullet. Huh. So yeah, this map also doesn't really have anything special. as far as gimmicks go. And that was a scout ship flying over us. What the? Of course, it's the Reaper. Yay! I broke it. Yeah, apparently if you step into those jump pads in a certain way, like dodge into it at the opposite direction of where it's going to send you, you get to move somewhere a little bit else, and so that means that you can hit a wall. Haha! Do that. That's the Reaper unscrew. Oh yes, yes I am. Oh no! How did that happen? I see them. Or not, that's just a red lamp. Now I see them. And I'm the king of the hill. Ah, take that, everyone. Doesn't matter that the Reaper just spawned. You're still going to die horribly. Yeah, this map is also quite good when it comes to footstep sounds, because there's a large variety of textures here. Even some hollow textures and even some glass textures, which is pretty neat. I think I just shot a rocket and I managed to hit myself because I was traveling faster than the rocket I fired. That's spectacular. What? Wow, that Reaper sure is an infiltrator. I never saw him coming. Oh well. What? Ivan, how did you manage to defeat a Reaper? I thought they were indestructible. At least conventional weapons. And I have no idea what to do there. Also, there are quad shot ammos around here, and I have not seen a quad shot anywhere in this map, so what it gives. Probably I'm missing something. Oh yeah, and there's one more interesting thing I wanted to show. Ah, if I don't get backstabbed by Reapers. Here we go. Yes. There's a shield bolt here, but it's not always a shield bolt. It's either a shield bolt or I'm sure. Or a I somehow did it. Scyther or Shield Bolt or Super Health. The pickup rotates. Oh, that was terrible. Pickup rotates between the two all the time after the first one is picked up. So it essentially... That was a Scar ship flying. So essentially, that means that that pickup works just like the wildcard base in Unreal Tournament 2003 and Unreal Tournament 2004. Hey, I can see. Whoa, wait. I never noticed that. There's a statue here. Obviously a static mesh. Right, the music here is... The music here is taken from Unreal Tournament 2004. It's from the community bonus pack. CBP Sodom. I'm not sure how you're supposed to say that word, but it's from the CBP anyway. I don't know if it fits this map actually, because it's kind of serene, and this map is not as serene as the music implies. I'm surprised it lasted that long, especially since I was using pretty much the worst possible weapon in that case. I'm dead. When you have a Reaper and a King of the Hill both after you at the same time, you know you're screwed. Yeah, I think I lost this. And yeah, like you can see here, it's now no longer Shield Bolt, but now it's Super Health. Pick up. It's of course a new addition to Unreal 2.7, and oh, how is that possible? So yeah, that's a new addition to Unreal 2.7, and it's called Arbiter Item. How did you get that flag? Oh, I did. Sheesh. Frame rate drops not helping either. Hi there. Ow! That lasted. I'm dead. I'm very dead. I'm the most dead person ever. Or something. I have no idea how I survived, but it was basically because of healing that you get when you become the King of the Hill. I'm dead. Overall, this map is pretty nice when it comes to layout. It's not as confusing as the other 2.7 map was. The theme is pretty nice. It does feel kind of like something from Unreal Tournament 2004. Also somewhat similar to the Fusion map pack maps in that it doesn't really have any sort of gimmicks attached to it. It's just arena. Oh, you cannot hear the music at all since there's so much going on. I'm dying. Yay, I got some Master of the Woods. I'm not sure what's up with that name. And that was very obvious that would happen. Oh no! I fell, of course. What the? No. Yep. Managed to break that jump pad. Refuses to die. It's nice how you change the tritium crystals and that they now gives off pretty nice effect. Oh yeah, and steam is also done via particles. Although you can also use steam knobs with particles and from a steam generator, which is already included in the game without 2.7, but it's a lot less useful. It doesn't have a lot of configuration options, and it's generally quite slow. You cannot use a lot of textures like that. Wow. I managed to suicide. Yay. Oh, give me the ASD. Tip to my future self: make sure to set your weapon priorities, because otherwise you're going to get the wrong weapons at the wrong time. And frame rate drop is horrible. I hope this doesn't crash again. I guess it's just that there's so much going on at the same time that my CPU cannot keep up with it. Or something. Wow, that's terrible. 10 frames per second. Also, hey, you can see shield ult. I have no idea how you are supposed to get that shield ult. Aside from rocket jumping, because well, there are no paths leading there, and you cannot jump from anywhere around there because that place is just below a Scar ship, and you cannot just drop from it, you cannot even land on it without breaking the jump pad. So yeah, what gives? It's not worth rocket jumping too, because you lose pretty much the equivalent of a shield bolt by doing that, so yeah, no idea. Where is the King of the Hill, I wonder? I haven't seen him in a while. Whoever that. Okay, now this is just silly. It crashed again. Arg! And I already reset my video card settings, so that's definitely not it. So I have no idea what crashes there, and it only happens when I'm using Fraps to record this thing. Might be some form of a bug in 227i or something, although it seems very random. It happened in that map. Yeah, it was Twilight and was not King of the Hill, but it was a simple deathmatch, so I'm not sure what is up with that. Let's just go back there with no bots. I'm pretty sure I lost to Reaper, because you cannot win against Reapers. They will harvest everyone, and the end. One other thing I wanted to note is that glass footstep sounds. I added those to my mutator there. However, the thing is that most of the glass panels in this here map are not textured correctly. For example, you can hear metal here. That's because how these things are done is that the glass itself is a 2D sheet, and 2D sheets cannot collide with objects, so it could not hold me. I would just fall down there. In order to prevent that, an invisible not 2D sheet has to be placed here. Essentially a very, very small cube-based object that is set to become invisible. However, when it comes to footstep sounds, when you walk on top of even an invisible object, your feet still collides with that invisible object, and the mutator scans for, well, whatever you're standing on, obviously, and you're standing on that invisible object. And since that invisible object is set to use a metal texture, you get metal footstep sounds. Here, it's not set to be that way, it's set to another glass texture, so you get to hear glass footstep sounds. So whenever you create something like that you need to use workarounds, please use a texture that is the same as the texture you're trying to work around, because otherwise footstep sounds will not work. Same goes to elevators, because some of them use masked textures that are also sheets, and same thing happens. That's why some of the elevators are also not receiving the correct footstep sound. So yeah, that's one thing I wanted to say. Right, what else I want to say about this map? Some of the places here are kind of tricky to get to. This place is possible to get by dodging from that loft over there. Yeah. Also, for the credits here, this map was also made by Kroll. I still assume it's Kroller from old Unreal. And the ideal player load is way too high. I'm not sure why it was set to that. That's strange. And of course it's DMRetrospective. This place is nice. I like that effect that 3D crystals create these kinds of particles. Though it could be a little bit more subtle, I guess. But regardless, it looks pretty nice as this. Oh yeah, and if you notice, there are drops going around here. It's a very subtle effect, but it's there. And that was a Scar fighter ship. And in the skybox you can see a ship. Pretty nice. So yeah, this map definitely has some of those interesting small bits to show. This marking actually, I think, is the logo of Mercenaries from the single-player campaign. It's not quite canon. Yes, I say canon and not canon, because canon is a flag cannon and things like that, and canon is canon, it's official. So I don't think it's canon that this is the marking of those mercenaries, but it kind of fits them for one, and it's seen very often in mercenary buildings. And it's also the logo of the gold team, I think, from Unreal Tournament. That's interesting. Also, these things. These things here are Scar fighters. You already saw one in what was it? Outpost 3J. There we go. Why did I not make that? Yeah. So I guess that's all I wanted to say about this map. Pretty sure I lost the match, even though I didn't have the chance to see any score. Oh well. So, see you all next time, when I will probably be doing the last video of Unreal, or perhaps next to last, or something like that. So, see you all then. Later.